Hello, YouTube friends. 1,020,1,125th rods here. I'll get it right. See, I just painted that Union Pacific caboose. That's here's my mixture, guys. I don't know. It was close. I tried to get it close to the to the locomotive up in front here, but she's so close. But we don't know. Yeah, it was just looking too new, and I had to dull it up, And here's my latest Marklin that I worked on. This one was a bear. I couldn't get this one running to save my soul. Let's see. Oh, let's slow him down too here. Here we go. Here we go, guys. So there you have it. So that's the train system going on there. Finally, I had a hell of a time with couplers here, and somehow I got all turned around. I knew that with the knuckle couplers there was different shank heights, right? But on these guys, I thought, well, they've got to be all standard. See, that one's up at the top. I don't know if you can hear it that way. See, it's kind of like up at the top, okay? And I didn't know that they made these in different sizes as well. See, that one's in the middle. So that, like, raises havoc with your model railroad. Trust me. It's like, what the hell? Alright, so, and then we got, so I did screw down the Marklin track because this engine right there is all steel. It's very heavy. And every time it went around, it would move around. I ended up having to put a screw. This track popped up on me, and so every time the train went over it, it was like an automatic decoupler, right? And I go, what the frig? So I ended up screwing this guy down too, So and then we got there's Pro Motorcycle Guy. He's hanging out with Iron Man. They're watching the trains go by. And I'll show you guys some stuff here. So here's my, this is my Challenger that I made. You saw the green one last time, right? So this is the one, I got simulated wood in there. It's pretty nice. I don't know if I can show you guys that. There's the engine. I kind of made like a positive battery wire on there, positive and negative. I got my water bottle there, right? This one I made my own custom air breather there. It was a lot taller. I had to cut it down and do all sorts of stuff, So that's my Starry with this one. And yeah, he's pretty cool. Yeah. So that's my yellow Challenger, and I thought I'd bring out. I've got junk all over here. This guy, and I lost my pointer again, of course. Right? But, let's see. So this guy, I did he's got his seat belts in there, and, his Hemi's all decked out. He's got like, oops. Alright. So he's got like, he's got the wires going on and everything in there, kind of, this guy is like the bomb. But, and so, you know, I've been watching, I zipped over to Tim's channel there. I was watching his channel, and, you know, he was mentioning that primer has a lot to do with messing up. This car was shot in Rustoleum, and not only is the primer a big concern, also the clear. You would think Rustoleum clear would go over Rustoleum paint, and I'm here to tell you that's not always the case. This was shot with a clear. It did mess up. There was parts in here that I had to repair in there somewhere. I don't know. You can't see them now, but you know, somewhere in there. And so you got to figure. My thoughts are that. So here I was using Rustoleum primer, and you know, most likely whatever you buy or find is 2 times. So you've got this really thick Rustoleum primer that's got 2 times probably the rust inhibitor kind of thing, and that's got to somehow be able to match your clear at the end of everything, right? And you know, for me, it just wasn't working out. I mean, it was like horrendous. And you know, after a while, you get tired of just kind of you know, just kind of, you know, I try to do rivets there, right? Just you know, model making wasn't fun. So I decided that, and since I have asthma and breathing problems, I'm gonna go. I decided to go over to my spray gun, my airbrush, right, and so now everything for me is non-toxic kind of stuff. So right now lately I've been using this water-based acrylic. So I've been trying this out for I did like 6 or 7 or 10 models with this. It's got a ball in there. But when it gets old, and if you don't, when you're washing your models, if you don't rinse off all the soap and all of that stuff, it won't stick to that. All right. The next thing I'm gonna try, I've had pretty much success with Vallejo paints, and so I bought a sample of this primer. I thought I might try that. You know, and we'll see how that works out. But yeah, you know, it's just the paint is very annoying. It's, you know, it makes it downright miserable when you can't when you put all that time into it. You know, and model building should be fun, right? So yeah, I don't know. Also got my let me do this here. Get this guy away over here. Also got my this guy out. I found this, right. So we're gonna put some screen right in there like that, guys. You know, that's the ticket. So yeah, someday I'll finish this guy. I don't know. I'm not pleased with his rear trim there in the back. And you know, it was tough. This you know, I had tape on here and it peeled all the paint off of it and stuff, and so I had to recover from that. You know, but you know, maybe I'll say just screw it and do it all silver. I don't know, the trim, I don't know. I'm stuck on that. I tried to get fancy, you know, but well, oh, and so my Challenger, now that I think about it, my Challenger has Charger tail lights on it. That's Dominic Toretto's tail lights, and I think Dominic Toretto has Challenger taillights on his car, but I thought that was kind of funny. But Yeah, it looked cool anyway. You know, it's not a big deal, but anyway, so that's the story with 125 rods here, guys. Everybody enjoy your Sunday, and I am out.